Well, I was here, Mammy March, and I'm a mark up. I mean, I was a baby, so the way for the Adom TV. When I'm see a Menda say the Anese. Nnawotwe Yi and some Akoso, any other bro. Me didn't question Sempa and watching. It's your regular host, Chief Jerry Forsen, CJ. And I don't pay topical on the agenda. I am best tour and in some Akoso, the interim management committee. A staff of the do I interdict or more about saying the DM partner Koso. You better not say nothing. The inside story. Yeah, they are bro. And my if you say LGBTQI+. Indeed, and also and some baby very controversial. And Pennyfa who do an anomaly man watum the dear no more can. Ghana Mrashabe Gemedian Koso. And no any become wasem and when I watch a Jimmy so. Once again, within the question Sempa, you try home by a bar, my guest. I'm in the Omo Befiasia, I share ton sem. The Omo Betuga. Stay. I'm saying, I'm more Aquaba, and I share some mammy says, see another video to a high Adom TV. Now, watch Jimmy I did, bro, we here live. Or a Sempa 94.7. Within the question Sempa, and I know pay me catch us topically, a big gym a water. Now, for actions and some cost a water, interim management committee, a auditor on my expose some of the workers there. But in some Nankasati say, Bimujiri say, the IMC intentionally more which hunted some of the workers. Now joining me this morning, Bernard Owusu, National Chairman, General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union, or Dankanamo of COPEC, Executive Director, SOB joining me. But many Bernard in Fiasia, Shannon, so said Jumedi in Kosono. Ebemo akonyama also to me abem Bernard memo akwaba asum gain count ejidi se bibia boko de nyame ede yankwa ache great. And you know, as National Chairman, General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union, is about then
yedi kan minchia wahwefo the General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union equal union by tank sia Ghana ha petroleum workers ni nyina ehyasie nti yewo almost be 85 companies a share General Transport, Petroleum and Chemical Workers. I say,
right.
A bit is a TOR, a bit is a BOST, GMPC, West African Gas Pipeline, ENI. We are a big union.
Okay.
And the TOR is also under our union.
Okay. And the Banasa as a staff, a water honor, or we are members of your union.
Actually, yeah, staffs. No?
Okay, staffs.
Staffs.
And if a staff of a company, let's say TOR, a member of my union now, what are the benefits? Are they
the kind of ejuma yini bia we ejuma wa Ghana no emrama ho kwan say e wo say wo join a union union no e be protect your interest ni be to say welfare social security in terms of job security. So if you belong to a union wajuma ura intimi sorry one day no kan say mapam,
right.
You have a security. We are like a lawyers to what do you call a jumayefo no. Omo yediem, omo overtime, omo conditions of service in terms of collective bargaining.
Okay.
So we need union. You don't have even the right. So we jina wajuma a friend is wajuma ra. Any market trade say obia to market you man say meant to market you. But so who union there?
Yeah.
Who was akonya no say afibia no. Ubetimi ede what friend say wo proposal ede akakoto management anim so mon share bia overtime so my mon share end of service benefit so my your provident fund mon share so my you have that power to do that negotiation until union there my memfa wa fidie kase so that mean to Ghana ni bia wo ye adwuma efo say say wo do ho ebeto your friend say you be join the union who join the union now you have job security senka enye union na ebia adwumayefo a woto a join this year ya nke ebia aban betima sorry one day aka kire so mehu sa no ma no me we adwumam na ebia obi ankofie but because they have a union we have a collective bargaining certificate any o ma sign any o mo contractor bibia be koso a efa adwumayeni no ho no was all money a sinkonya near transit near Casa.
Okay, until more the national union and I think more local chapters.
Yes. So. Yeah, well, the national union and the national union, that is where I'm the national chairman. And yeah, well, the local union to Kotoa, yeah, well, local union of TOR.
Right.
More or Oba and a year or more a friend is a local union chairman, a TOR for my Sewa Duncan. So hear me, Michiano.
Right. And see, at what point, Anna, National Union, mobile rem at the local chapter, Aquaco Council be all.
Okay, the Dikai, there was a Yena who said before IMC Webano, a tall workers, and agitate, say, and no maybe and Kosuye. Okay. A war tall, intino, or mestre say, and penny for or more honor. Yes, a sound when I fa a friend is saying, a year penny for any the Emra, no more steer the affairs of your friends at refinery. No, say, no, you really fit. Near and normal a tall edge my phone starting because no more honor or moon said no man ye enquy. Okay, it's your boy, no, or we agitate at a point in time, crowd, the board of directors, no, workers, no crack or lock or more officers say they should not allow them to come out because there are no maybe a cost with Jumwa and in normal crude oil arrangements near the other. It's your man penny. Etie na sopem na otimine a friend is himself directed the Minister of Energy Ura Napo na Napo a setting interim management committee a catcher board no name managing director and so on tranching IMC abaya o makoye investigation abeto dwa say ye workers ni bi aye no ma bi a say bi entwa kwan ma o person o hwehwem say ne me no ka say ye no mo adidi nkomo e wo telephone so am ye hia but a Monday, a day in ye local union executives no ekwakoye meeting na ya pe ekwan ye be fa so a ye be ma ye friend is IMC no adwuma na omo ye no ye nyina no ye be transfer ya fa adwen a ye ni IMC no be den e be hia na kwan a ye pese omo ye investigating no na ye nso ya adwen kira ye nso ye wo no ye de aye den e de amon na adwuma na IMC ne ye no enye say ye support as a national union no ye support say omonye adwuma no na ye workers no so no obi biara a ohwe me biara no so obi awo information biara e betimi dia boa IMC no amomo adwuma no awie pay a yenye cause say ene Kemal refinery egu a union no enya de a union no be den e be ho so without the company there is no union. And as a union, there be no your interest. And say you be make sure say adwuma ne be there e be gina. Na adwuma ne gina yen adwuma efo no so say de nya bi e de ahwe ye ma ne abusua. Enti as a union no ye wo ho say ye de ye be boa ama bibia e koso refinery no be koso a nyina no ye benya friend say that's all.
Right, WCS see now joining Adom TV. Now watch Jumedi now share we live at Asempa 94.7. Your Zoom link no ewo ho ebia o ye ex tour worker and as we hear Jima also say but the enkoma ye twetwe wo pese wo can be because unnim ensema ekoso ho ye be ma wakwanya watimi join here me dey kwesi Asempa Bernard Owusu national chairman General Transport Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union. And I'm in a chain come on. Now, Bernard, you share a dear trigger IMC audit. No?
We share the mandate of the IMC auditing also a mandate a friend is a minister at the mom say omumra no more audit the friend is the facility now omun share a kwanya umbetimi afaso ama refinery no aye friend is profitable and as a refinery no ejane na aso nti eno so ka omo mandate no nti se adwuma e de sha omo nsa no na omo ye no
okay and omo fee audit na se no e de na mate se be to omo nim ti a omo tuwa na ma bisa
omo se de omo kan bi ni se a friend is saying products ATK kerosene
yeah
and a friend is saying quantity bi they cannot account for it.
Yeah, no aviation,
any aviation for both aviation anyway. And cables be and also good your friends bonded warehouse and also sa cables and also ayira. Enti digina mu no omo de aba betuja enti ya query nkofo de di kan no say obi asemi ba adwuma mu sa ya ma query. Enti omo man ya nkofo ne query ama ma respond to the query. And out of the query, so no, who say because idea they criminal in nature, and if anything is in criminal in nature, in the condition of service, no, you are supposed to be interdicted. So we be free. Ejumem ho na penifo nya akwanya. Won't interfere with your friend is investigation. You know, Oma yes idea no ama CCA do omo wo ho anti the next steps ni say you best set a committee.
Okay.
And we want to use this your platform. I appeal to the government, who is the 100% shareholder of the Tamale Refinery. Say, so we are setting an independent, investigative body. Now that independent investigative body, no, the union, no, the national union will have a representation there. Now, no, say be assembly. Now near where the phone, emrano, and then near any. Now one also I say be no.
And see, more workers that was saying, and more members that was saying, I interdict.
Currently, the you were two national unions now. Your friend is Unicof, and your friend is General Transport. But right. Unicof, is in charge of the senior staff, and the junior staff. Okay. Now, junior staff, so my understanding is
and I'm sure say talking to the local union or much whether Nipa no way possibly more young perform who bet me a bones and be saying
oh many young come dear money no what they are telling us is they are innocent and they don't have any hands in whatever they are accusing them of, but say be arm robber create you crowd. Which in it you now, which I deny. So until say a full investigation record swar your bears on rating no. Even Bible no cracker say the ordin who bet to the personal. We do have nipa de waka. Na ye ji omunsu di say the omo kano but until say investigation bears on rating they are still accused. But Tamale Refinery, me can we feed say adwumayefo no ye adwumayefo bi a wiase afana nyina no so pese uka be 10 a obinya Tamale Refinery workers no 3 in it. Intino we have a lot of good guys there. Intino ye be sre say asem yaba no mama ye nhwe no the bigger picture na mem ye narrow no enye omo ya kronfo omo wiade, when you do that ye be hamanfo mora ebe de beko form ama adwuma na wo so mo ya na de wo se yenya free wo mu asoman no wan hwe ya na we yenya because dodo na already dodo na akra no age adwuma no eko amanone eko ye adwuma a me gidi se ye tie ye nti se to adwuma ni bi akoye adwuma wo yi abrochire ba bia na bia United Arab Emirates ba bia asema ban ho se bia akobokro no ana so akoye bibi nti no.
And see, my 2 members are here come wasame. Ye momo query and I say interdiction letter. Yeah, the mom.
Oh, yeah, momo query and yeah, interdict to at the same time.
Query no more responding to the query.
Yes, Oma responding to the query.
And I pay more response no more saying.
Oh, Oma response the Omo training and say they are innocent and the accusations they accuse you, they have nothing to do with it.
Okay. In the said query, I had the no, specifically near castle my NTR. I'm going to follow up with interdiction.
Omo dear, almost say aiding and abetting. I said they are aiding. Oma aiding some a friend is saying product aviation fuel near normal na ira no. Omo na momo adwuma dia omo di bi so e na amasa no ma no ayde aba. That is that.
Okay, and until interdiction and by. And to currently Omutifie. When you engage the IMC as a national union?
Well, personally, me IMC chairman no akasa.
Okay.
Now before I be kasa, not only the rank and file, no, junior staff, no, some senior staffs, no, be na a friend is interdiction, no, I the abem. Nti ma omoti ase say investigation no they should cast the net very well say be ya mpanimfu akukudam no omo tesoro na omo ma instructions ne ade as I know more because me as a junior staff and a junior worker I take instructions from my boss. So if my boss asks me say Bernard konako bie valve then you move tanker back wa I'll do it. Say fuel we akra na me I wouldn't even know say we are intino. You should make sure say all those people no form on count and customs because refinery adwuma na omo ye no product 1 liter cry be free refinery no pie no say customs for and sanction enya de be there nti no they should open up and do a lot of work say be ya say bi obi biara ne ho e ka asem no ho no ye de omu nyina aye den afa emra kwan so because refinery no say refinery ni gu ena over 800 friends workers any omu dependents ne we no enya de pa esusu aso de beba na enya de pa my on mine no nti no omo he na ye investigation na ye cleaning refinery no na ye making sure say ye di sikanso awuro ma ebema refinery na gina se ne e wo se wo gina.
Right, me that's me bring here we see Bernard Owusu Altene Kam, the National Chairman, General Transport Petroleum and Chemical Workers Union, TUC, and Menene Chichin Kamana. My second guest, Abba Duncan Amwa Kopek, and Duncan Amwa de going here in production and Ewo Fear her, because the Debia here in Duncan Mwakwa, Bibia Bokodia. Great.
And chill. No, Minchia Minia Bernard.
Yeah.
I shall form Fanchame. Mr. Face traffic akra. Ti abedu na meba na metie Bernard nso asempa. Chama akasa yi pa na to nsam no so o ma me kwan a meka se a vertical issue. And yet say mom if the short nesi form
top down.
Top down.
Okay.
Na ye jai refinery no in a very bad state. And some of the things are ACC no enye yenwanwa. Na enye yenwanwa also because refinery and the core duty and the core mandate. And it's a kayenchinchim fango mo.
Yeah.
Na yenton bi na ne tank farms here wo hoyin. So being so the product bakra na ko bitimi enye tika kakra for throughput charges. And ne se me sure metimi aka say refinery ne egu area ne sa. Ye go no by our own actions
As of mine.
Na ye go no from the top.
No, because at top, I say the management of top. And I said beyond it, you know.
Beyond even the management, you know. I shall say free political interference, yeah.
Good
So
from
it is a Minia Bernard, boss, to go and nipa 800 in a coffee. A refinery of that size, you know. You move BGD saying can nipa 400 and 300 crop can manage the space. But Honorable Bar not the Aba, we bar not the Aba. You are suffocating refinery, no, to a point it cannot work. Again, successive governments have also refused to invest in the refinery. Some technical guys be a free, no way. Some amount of work. Switzerland for also buy.
Right.
To see how they can help the plant. But Chief, no kre ni nyame ni munkrata menye bia kan. Se ene top plant no. Se uyi plant ni nyina na wo hwehwe new planter.
Yeah.
Ebeboa. Asene o pump sika into a maintenance.
Oh really?
Yes. Plant no MS 63 ya yakofa baaye no. E wo ha na ya ye enyama kakra wo ho. But according to say Bedford car TTD. Oko for Land Cruiser engine shemukra na. The things are Land Cruiser standard ebeye and no. Ebeye difficult say car ne be because the functions, the features that no, they are not the same.
Okay.
Times have changed and almost caught to something they call modular refineries. Obetimi ay 30,000 BPD. So we here say they cost 60,000. Just one or two things now also what they can na increase it or yield whatever yield I open no you can program every month but to no akoye that kakra and this what the product be gumu a oye den e be create a certain car amount.
Okay.
Because it's efficient.
Okay. So it means that over the years the equipment I use so no obsolete.
Completely obsolete.
Wow.
And the engineers no Bernard ka o ma ya de yi pa because talk half from am. Na ye talk dada. Ebi a 1970 car bi ekita wonua.
Yeah.
So what mean ni nyina akokuma se ba ono waya ade otimi ne wo ekọ that distance no esan de car ne ba na car na ankoja na waya. So the engineers there are good. In fact, the workers are tall. My main kandokari, a lot of them are astute professionals. But said they have in crown, unya criminals because for more. You will and Yankupon so to be every honor. We any day you will get some as well. Almost here a dear, nima dear. Not they will apply it to a negative use.
Right.
Oko Ghana Web, let me say 2017 December. Kopek the beto mountain so say nyama bi e woto valued at almost $400,000. Etu ayira. Yasesa akobo no donko mi wo baabi. Refinery na enya hwe. 2017.
Yeah.
Ye de beto mountain so no. To ankasa begina honom. Ese yehu edi atamuka ho. Se krono bi anko so. Nti ye da sorry ye na interim management committee. Actually, disappearance of 105,000 liters of gas oil. Actually, yanko lodi sebe kerosene, normal kerosene. Yako lodi aviation turbine kerosene. Jet fuel ye. Ne boy ding more. Yako lodi 258,000 liters. Yes, yes, sorry, yes, cables akese ase. Yeah, the swawa enye you.
Yeah.
Worth 10.4 million Ghana cedis. You say, oh, a tuaira. You could be say, the things we are hearing, no kremu. And they say, and me know what I say, to ankasa. CCTV be a never honor no. I say since 2007, they do more no.
Yes, it's not.
Just a bit new. In this day and age.
Is it intentional?
Opinion nti na make say every esro and the bafom na sabe oye managing director oye general manager in charge of operations security mete said Ghana ni bi kra so ehre ne nkwa e tank farms no not long ago simply because you don't even have basic monitoring tools nti say oye work ho na for a reason what for more. So we'll come rest here, Juma. Now what goes on in and around the refinery?
Yeah.
Ebi anko benya some help. And so we know what that 2-3 hours. Obi ambo nimse wa collapse that ho. And so the air cost no, it's simply a top down. And I been at the car here no. The junior worker, when your instruction na, won't mean touch a valve.
Okay.
When your instruction na, sabi maintenance and operations. Sabi baby the cables yakogu no. She say be a arm rubber there. But untimi nko be dan no. Entwi cables yi nko. A certain senior person in the HD. And so all of this uti anye year yes ya interdict nipa 13 or 14. General managers supervisors be 5 bi ka ho. Ene omo maka. Ye besre. Ma investigation we enkoye interim management committee ni nko a headache. Me matise bi no mo say IMC no na den yen dissolve it. Me support o 1000%.
Yen dissolve the IMC.
Dabi. Me support IMC no 1000%.
Okay, ewe ejuma omo ye.
Ejuma omo ye. Se oba ye IMC ni ba ye no no so ebe pe bi ye die. Corruption ye be depending nsem hunu na. The akoso you know you be treated as an internal management issue. Oh, and ye nyama bi na ayira na ye hwehwe nti internal memo. Na we GM we atra koma GM we na GM we atra koma na ehwehwa ye wi a junior worker no de wo ye den a ye de be kan.
No, but Duncan, what do you say IMC ejuma no targeted against certain people?
Not at all. Oh, share what they have done so far.
Yeah.
Almost expose how deep-seated the rot at the refinery is. They are exposing it. Almost shield obia. Say GMs no mo they are exposing it. Supervisors in go and almost this ejuma bone na they are exposing it. What they have done now, senka enre numere na wo bi na adwene mu so okofa span na po water a obedwene home you because and then uti anye here the IMC will publish you such that Sabi ebia na yes ake o there na wo konsa wo ba udi ankasa so de omo no wie. They are not there to condone the wrongdoing. So when you hear people go against the IMC, me na kakra. Say a group, 3 persons, eminent persons, say katashishane proyenti no mo hono mo a. Sa say mo won to ho real. Kebo ayira 10 million. When the fire, you were on duty, you were not on duty. They could do the investigation. If we are 10 million, no, if I hene, monfa 5 from there, and I'm also monfa 5. Ayira,
But is this the first time at all auditor cost war?
You see, it got to a point from what I even gather. Not GM Finance, almost 5-6 years, audited reports growing yet. So, and some who know the Ebiako, so papa. But Okoka, near treating as internal issue. Meanwhile, the higher moving is a talk about how we are. Yen treating as sabi internal issue, talk on Jiao. Near swab a good petrol so. Truck driver no nam the baby, a tall, no crown here, no nimber BC. Na, yeah, they can't truck driver no. So on good chia taxes. Ye ko bought in some hununu, our boss to be near Boca, near their best margins. Nancy, I know more. Sagana for NTI, your mom's no more fine yet. Look, the simple things are also more here. And it is all mine here, aiding Komoa. Many GE. Over private refineries, me know Ghana ha.
Yeah.
Aquaba, Sispinters, Platon, Sito, Honoma. However, they are able to manage. They manage. I'm sure that they are able to repatriate investors' profits more. Over private depots, Chase or Cyrus or why they are able to sustain their operations from Zikaka Krana or Mojiji from tank storage near Adeno. And so a cost state in the no, a state refinery, no, and you know, and then some Hunu near DD. Oko Bosta, a year or mine dear no. And yet can he declare near about $625 million as a car? Who be say then I say product losses. Sabi, and some nibu ha utia and pass no more bokani ria. Na ya becha magana for it ya. Enti me momo de obi same anopa we ya. Interim Management Committee me bo ma baso. Ma ti opoku prempe na po. Ye de neighbor energy ministry na ye mu bi ye ntia ase ye. But ohwe na ho keka so far. I can say that for the period he's been there, no, he's done quite a good job. Se wankote ana ankoye nyama bi to management yi mi no na ko sake wo mo sake GM na to aso no na ye thinking this was the another managing director beba which we think say to needs to here but share out or call interim management committee omo nhwehwe what the problem is with all na ebetimi afix ya on fixing the once and for all me wo gidie se baby ode ne nan akere no ye mane mre kakra e bia na ye beti a different story se to ye ya me 3 persons na wo me at the pumps for toll debt recovery levy since 2005 ya gi esika almost 1.9 billion as Ghanaians a car na ye say 400 million no senka eno na ye tua enki ye tua wiepo a toll 1.5 billion reserve and na ubisa toll or the car over $1 billion into the more ye tua toll kano the more na eka no omobogu because 105,000 liters ayira cable la ede be ye adwuma 10.4 million Ghana cedis o de call dollar mo over $1.5 million etu ayira aviation kerosene sabe ne bo wo soro no yakobu no in place of kerosene inti nsem hunu no omobo wi a me no na chetua
no but but dan kan bezam ti asiansa na makob Bernard ho ye cast 10.5 million cables ya didako na train nyina anase eye surface
openyini se wonim za cables yi omo kan drum na
this all the forklift
na emaso
wow
enye cable a me ne wo betimi akodwuna wo se yatam e de pie openyini 10 million cedis so enye tete sika no 1000 New money no.
Yeah.
100 Ghana, 200,000 Ghana, 10,000 Ghana, 100,000 Ghana, 1 million Ghana, 10 million worth of cable. Into the any size. When you forklift, that won't mean fancy. And a forklift knows what you rat or more. So when you thought the security arrangement and apparatus. Obedient means you're in Romu Kekeo. So make a choice a top down. Bernard, making it clear. Junior work obedient means sorry, so we stores. Air cable. Just say a man instruction. Opinion na key in Zukitano no. So be chain cable no be chain the time bang. Security company a man to security no. But no more. But on top of all of this, so our basic CCTV cameras. And they talk as well yes CCTV camera. Me gidi say oyi 10,000 Ghana cedis a obeye bebre. 10,000 Ghana cedis. Obeye bebre. And so enu hia yen. Obete ya saki managing director. New managing director aba ebi kra de omo ba say omo focus on this omo so omo go see say the washrooms for a refinery that needs to be turned around. Managing director to me share staff so no dey any focus on this here no staff washrooms you know or be you are joking na omo boka ni wia me ne wo e na yeso abra nti to nsem ehia yen boss ehia yen oh sansem hunu ye koso yin girl a state company o or mine no shares unti be da go yeah na annual general then go la ko declare profit shareholders enya kakra and so yeah de no complete Ghana de no eka nensemuhunu ensemuhunu ye wi na yaso abba
but quickly na fe me ko Bernard Hopper o researcher wa ye no wo hwa ehfa na loopholes no wo to
obenyini yes RFCC plant na esi honom nanka eye we no adum CDU enye adwuma de chese to no as a facility no na me kan aye no obsolete equipment na go ho nti na say wood fells ekofa ne product bi senka obeye tolling torch nchim mu mana na emese watu ya toka the money may not be good enough but oshe a car obe refine be na wabo honoma. The refinery has two options. Two. Either say government of Ghana be decide say may turn refinery no for $1. Investor na or better no. Whatever investment you put in, I'll take 40%. Over 60. Near 10 the operations of tour around. One option. Second option, government of Ghana be here or no any feasibility. Na yenka say oh say ye raise plants in it down the esi ho no e dada no ye tutugu from ni ye per modular refinery e be cost ye say be $1 billion $400 million. Okay, government of Ghana say look here sika $400 million right it be wa ko pay sika na free no they can revamp talk me ne work saying there are private refineries coming up within the country. So refining space in your profitable. Kadango think of $12 billion in Nigeria. And for also, Sikana etam ko European refinery got up petrol or beton. No petrol bo jumpy no. So Sikana refinery be a juma Ghana na efficient. Those monies will stay and we will not need to put unnecessary pressure on the city. So refinery here, unfortunately, politics over the years. 50 years, 30 years. So hunu we bana we ko ne akọ nam ho e bi si toilet. Ye wi ana ya boy ho kro no ye wi ana ya bre trotro da so nkotu ya no. Me gidi se na port here no pay ya. Ye man no confidence rating very high. Said the akoso no ye neje. Onkoso na onsiesie to so that in can go do December there. Na ye hu the way forward as a country. Enkosi ho na enye cash cow mabinumo awon bokro no ni wi a na me ne wo ukoto petrol udru shell na e de aguso go na e de aguso total na e de aguso set to talk refineries na make profit e wo Europe no ye de ne de boka na me ne wo chetu ya how
Akanamo Amidase we say one joining Duncan Amoa the executive director Chamber of Petroleum Consumers COPEC and Otin in Kana Adom TV na watch jumedi na aguso wo shey within the Kwesi Asempa, we here live on Asempa 94.7. Indeed, Duncan Amoa Kasano or Kasafa cables, forklifts, and yet to me the muscle. And yadia nipa ebetiminti. Currently in your shot, obehu said you're lifting teba oil refinery. Now indeed they are torn some latest IMC. Auditor my interdicted some 14 staff, including senior management, and a campus. Now, better my browse on a fee. Share some of the workers are interdicted of they believe say IMC has not been fair with them because processes be or man faso as they come to your attention.
No kremu, no kra ama a in other union no a crack of referendum control letter be. They call Emma IMC na ama ya interdict the secretary. I mean, you know what Fidikes here is so now me empatchao Emma, even though they haven't authorized me to do that, but with my experience and with what is happening, no, me patchao ama Mr. IMC for no and temper justice with mercy na omo emano emra no mesa meye na adwuma because e nipa enim na udi nipa enim na asem sometimes e base ya etimi epushu ma utimi ye we etimi gufu IMC no they are omoye management of the place and na omo hu se bibi akoso enti no the first thing I was omoye ni say so omo throw query a query we say ade a why answer. I think so they followed that process. And after the query, they issue an interdiction letter at the moment. Interdiction, no, interest say, why ye idea no. The trainer say, ye should was him. Na say ye should say no who say, any assembly ye be say then after. Into no, IMC no, ejuma omo ye no, meaning who boni bia ewo ho. Omo ye omo ejuma function nti. Wa wo fi say idea omo de ato so no enya no kre no there is an opportunity for you to come and that is why na me wa ha make say omo nti an independent your friend is investigation body na union no national union no e be part of that way ni nyina no say bi ya transi ni ya hwehwe nsam no near the baby I was a senior. And I am senior, your bomb abassoni adwuma omoye. There's
almost more believe in the workings of the IMC. But over the years, auditor cost water. Has there ever been a case as I interdicting Crawfordia from back to remember?
Oh, ABSC. I checked, I think it's about 20 years ago or 19 years ago. ABSC paying. And Crawfordia will have some to be by it. Me shame near the assign then back. Na we know the IMC no no the me hu ni say I'm say we ni the edoso nipa no edoso kakra enti no bibi sa ba na ede ehu ni enoma bi eba be sisi your friend is saying amanfo a friend is saying akwenu enti no say ade a it is a enya was say IMC no jai de sebi omoye ebi mo nso aka say ye dissolve IMC no na me hu say saa de no enya de was say ye gitum because IMC no ye adwuma boni be na IMC na ye ntia e was ye dissolve no de me kan say ana nkofuo mpanimfuo bi na akɔhye akire akoma ebi mu yibi say omomra no metu futuro mu ye ni say ye IMC ni feel because IMC no the right thing na because it's unthinkable say IMC a omo ye adwuma omo de no ma ti say aba aye nyina say bi ye hwehwem eba ne say na sa IMC ye beka che say omo ye nya de ye dissolve omo enti ye mpo de as a national union no say ki nyaye a enka IMC no ye ma IMC no kra me the board na ye mpe managing director so that adwuma na omo aye na omo de ama ya bedru sa mrewe no betimi a policy sa adwuma na omo ye no through the board for the IMC to have its what do you call well cleared job se be ya enkoba se IMC adwuma na omo ye no ebetosini na yehu ba bia wo se ya de kokosi nti no se ne menua akan no a friend is the Minister of Energy and the President of the Republic yesre omo the refinery no investors no mo bepa omo pay investors emra no mo fasika embewura ye friend say adwumanim say be ya refinery no be gina ne na so a emma refining engu because you see I am share ene we aba amanfo ehu baby a ye friend say refinery ne eko na menua kasa no kan ya bobo so efa ye friend say third debt recovery levy ye hwehwe bu kakra kire say sika no boji omo fa matofo omo ji sika na ye fa matofo.
Oh really?
I'm telling you omo ji sika no come Ministry of Finance Ekodru Ministry of Finance ma back to talk enti saa we no kran as union no ye person omo yi saa din na ye de ato so say third debt recovery levy no efiri ho na ye di din fufuro bi to because say sika na ye gigi say ye de ba to no say sika no nye den enkoto.
Right.
I stand to be corrected, but with the my little checks are my no. Ye jisika di free. Your friend is Ghana for wha. Could di Ministry of Finance and come back to your friend said the Tamawa refinery.
Not just a croc the John.
Yes.
Then ye de Ghana for.
Yeah, some.
Say to aboka yem 1 year into no. Sikana ye tia in the name of third debt recovery levy no. They could do finance and not.
That is what my check tells me.
That's almost pushing to other ventures.
You know,
someone was just now joining Adom TV. Nnawotwe Yi and I'll go so we share. We need to question Sempa indeed Bernard Owusu, the national chairman, Petroleum Workers Union, and Duncan Amoy, executive director. Chamber of Petroleum Consumers Corpic. Now, you share messages kakra about nafe yanyehu analysis. We say, good morning, Asempa. Please, so why is the head of security not interdicted? Meanwhile, those cables that has disappeared pass through the main gate before going outside, and the securities are also at the gate then. So the security boss must be sacked. I'm saying, be concerned here.
Major this head of security now, so. He's answering a lot of questions at the moment. Yenya no, the minimum no. Let say they all can hear no correct. Sa cables no, utu formo de share enye ye. O de share oboto mo enye ye. Otamu swa enye ye. Enti se etu ayira there, na che se gate no mu a na fa ye, ebesen ye. Who was on duty when the problem really is that sometimes we na chrono no ya born be 1 year po. But you wouldn't realize till say there's a need for ABA yehiya cable bi. Then you ba ko check store no. Cables and kayato bebre na nka wo se gu ho no. Ya twene nkakra abesenko. So sometimes establishing the exact time of chronobono uti anye ye be den kakra. And so the security guys I know for sure said they are still answering questions. As I speak, let me say Thursday, Friday, yeah, lucky, you be share interim management committee, you know. Some of these questions we'll forward to them.
Okay.
Ashefo also should be rest assured. Say, and yes, you didn't communicate kawaha. No. Whatever follow-ups that need to be done, no. Yeah.
No, but at least in interdiction, this person expects to say the head of security. At least there was so calm. Should be part of the interdiction.
2 general managers. I don't have the names readily. 5 supervisors. Enye no krebebre sesrono yenye omubia. A general manager is a very big position at all. 2 of them, as I speak to you, have been asked to go home. 5 supervisors. The security guy could be in there. Until the on my acha the following weekend, no. Let me say we share biwa. The update no. Me jidi say interim management committee, no. Ebe my ensaka and I say once sabeka now they are to job.
Right, but Biso say Azemba, this one I think we should delve deep into it because politics comes to play. How do we know the affiliated parties of these general managers who have been interdicted? We need to look at that as well. My name is Bernard.
Ejuma ye no Ghana ha nyina de nyina no ubenya NDC de ubeja MPP ni and Friday say CPP ni any UGCC ni ade nyina ubenya but no kura wo mu ni say invest chrono there any political color. Ana at the bonny there any political color. It mesre Ghana for say ye political your friend is saying colors no and free idea ye mu. Na yen treaty no as a corporate your friend is investigation. Into no political colors in the media yen free. Na yen treaty no as a corporate your friend is investigation.
Right, and this one says, is store a refinery or a tank farm? Why is store not producing? Hey, Ghana, toy a refinery and a tank farm.
A refinery. A Juma, the core job I was set to my refinery, and they say, somebody crude oil ba. Na omo refining, nobody go omo tank farm, no more then, omo distribute to anas omo ton. Na over the years, because to nankasano, edit the car, omo ntimi raise LC. Enkofa a friend is saying crude oil and farmer MA refining. They have now deals with their friends say BDCs no. Omo kofa refined products in the bar. Normally they big go omo tanks in no more then omo atom. And the to main core mandate to to refine your friends crude oil. But meka esisu say as o mine no say ye two crude oil be our friend is Ghana. Into the refinery no there a key I was say yetimi ehwa ni esiesie refinery no na wo de ministries no edi nkoma a the minister edi nkoma omo wo adwen a omo say omo pese omo ma investors edi sika kakra ebe wura a friends refinery no na refinery no eden ejira ne na so ye be stress eja omo ma omo na se enye ntiatia kakra edim say to get invested for this project no idea den there but omo hwe na omo nase enye hare na yenya your friend is investors no na omo may put a lot of friends money in the refinery ni yentimi emfa ya nkasa ye crude oil a ye tu ewo your friend is Ghana ha no ye refine because ye ne sakra na ye betimi anya ye cost no betimi aba form because ye kofa friends crude oil all the way from Russia, Rotterdam near the bar. Transport cost of transportation no high. That's where the a tree higher you too no. Inti you bet me cry in a way cry arrange with a pipeline. You bet me construct a pipeline from the refinery to the Jubilee friends field that you bet me pumping crude oil. Inti no penny for emwa na side jumedi and cost of say be ya nyina say be ya ho be high because crude oil price kwa na cost. As on mine, you bet me okay, you crude oil na ye nyano.
Right.
Instead of say you bet ton it say ya man no need ye omo ton no. Ye de kakra na ewo ye bet so say be ya ye de be ba refinery na dey. A refinery na yetimi eja pushi ama o mine no na ye nso ye ho aye dey. Ahen high kakra.
Right, Bernard me say Duncan obi person who mra IMC na be wi omo adwuma na ye new management what all. You have any idea?
My memo update kakra. Let me say first question now you bisa here no.
Yeah.
Say why is the security head
not interdicted?
I was optimistic say AB and they can, but from what I'm gathering no security head no GM security no he is still working. Two general managers Omukofie GM production and GM finance.
Okay.
But head of security that's what ho. And cables chrono no.
But who is the head of security in Kenny sort now?
Me jidi so the first aspect.
Okay.
But again, said the mechanic, you know, there are also lapses in the system. Untiminya a big refinery say sebe a secondary security gadget. CCTV are making. And I said, when you clock in, you clock out, who went in, who went out, what went in, those small cameras, and that, they can also give you, even cars, if you don't have those things, it becomes a manual system. But me jidi iye ewo mitrimo with what has gone on. ABI drew cable theft now. Security manager would have questions to answer. But for now, it looks to me as though some more dealing more with petrol na etuayira no. Ene kerosene bia yede akofrafra enyama bi mu. and obi ni product a big go on my no so yen ko account here yenim baby and so to afa
no but that can be so petrol to evaporate and as ye loadi e de fi yard
of any 105,000 liters so o ka say wo load here she say trucks akese no akese pa 54,000 no unya mienu na mienu no so enya ade a obetimi de asie oko refinery say wo ko load here there must be records to show that truck will create remo or remo this time or PA this time say OSHA IMC report na it just disappeared just a two ayra ebi akopie obi bottom no de kofie and so that investigation must also be conducted but I do genuinely believe that the head of security if he's not been asked any question I think that he is also in line to have to answer to some of these things
to add to Minua, the case, head of security, I was here beside more questions. I think so customs.
Okay.
Because refinery no, so ufa even 1 liter cry a free system no, without the authorization of customs, there would not be a release. And you know, ye busa jubaye for no, ensem no. Na ye busa customs
na
ye busa customs is also man or matter for so to GRA na ye busa your friend say even
MPA officers
national security na ye busa your friend say BNI because all the security agencies ni nyina ye den e wo ho a make sure so make keep the refinery intact in terms of fuel movement ni ade na ye MOP so movement of products almost no head ni ade you know because product be free refinery free bia no movement of product
right
into omo nyina no ye hwe se obi biara asa bi oka ho bia no ye musa na sem and at the end of the day no na ye nyina no ya clear in our mind about the way forward of the refinery.
All right. We say this is heartbreaking. There was this other one, I know, indeed, the security boss must be interrogated no matter what, because we believe that when he's interrogated, we'll get some solutions. So, Alanyo, I'll say technocrats are dangerous than politicians, but they turn around to demonize politicians. They should bow their heads down in shame. Regards to German kids, is it about the technocrats in there? And I say politicians and Sawum, they are behind the technocrats.
You see, if you acquire knowledge or a certain technical competence, so unye nipa papa or the beya adepa, and unye nipa bonne so or the beya adebonne.
Right.
And so the same computers are ebinomodi or knowledge in computing, a creative apps, a creative nyamano. Obizuba ko shebe biso no they hacking. Just what a computer na say. So obeko into the negative realm no. You would find technocrats sabe don't do a good all. They are genuine, honest people. Na juma no obeye say plant bi na also to keep in shape. Na juma no obeye we okonifie. You will find someone also there, or not so because of one knowledge of the plant no. The plant na anya juma 1 day 2 day. Now or share how to benefit personally. You would find a few selfish ones. Within the setup, omo de omo botomo no anya ma refinery ni guna ni botomo ye ma ono kofia ono na yere ne ma they are good to go. So you would find all these people, but that is why management should put in place systems that sebe ebema enye attractive for you to even think of stealing, even pen. Se cameras here ken akese all over the place. Obenyini who PI asecho askane o bottom askani bibia truck bi na be rare mo you establish baby o free load or obefa. Everything is on record. Chief, me gidi say it will be unattractive for someone to think of going to take 10 million cedis worth of cables. But where the over system no, I as a we see diner we be a doors no. Also so our ejuma we ba na pack with them nyama you make it attractive for them to. So technocrats no, some are good. Some would equally apply it negatively. But again, did we devise a strategy, even for those who would want to do the bad thing? No, we can stop them. I don't think so far we have.
Right, I was just your activity phone line. Me sure say wow, we share maybe our ex-store worker and still I will maybe crowd can staff I interdict you more obe kasa maybe I will molding oba I will say me ex-store worker and I say me juma what all. But these are the issues koso 0302 211 701 and 0302 211 702 0302 211 703 and 0302-211-704. All the phone lines are activated. Ubetumi Afre na Afe contributed to the discussion. So Bernard, I remember also now the way forward after all said and done. But before then, there was this question directly to you, Duncan. Say IMC, you know, Mreben on baby and right after that, when will a new management be put in place?
Mejidi say on more terms of reference, you know, will be known by the minister who puts them in there. Normally, you are expecting them to do about 6 months to a year. But so far, many Bernard Bayajing, we haven't appointed a board nor a managing director. The IMC have demonstrated a certain integrity. So, would Jaimia? I would tell government say, "Yempen nipa ba akum mienu miensa bi nka ho no mo form a board." Na mienu miensa no, the managing director also forms part. So wo ba na board no already e de nani esi adwuma bi so a, the managing director cannot come and vary what they have initiated. So minister sha no pay ya yebesere. The IMC to some of us gives confidence. Say something can be done differently at all. But IMC knows so can is saying GM Commerce that's what the whole. And the finance no coffee no
Deliveries.
Deliveries for that's what you see there are quite a number of persons that expect to say certain questions will be asked of them.
Duncan, mami kwa homa no sombra ne to aso. Yen kota kra de na me fa Charles. Charles, good morning. Hello Charles.
But I mean, the old
Great. Hello, Charles. But Good morning.
Good morning.
Charles, but the volume of your radio and TV set in the phone. Okay. Hello, Charles. Okay, too bad. I'm saying, yeah, sure, Charles, one home. So, about 0302 211 70124. Any phone line, I'll bet me afraid. Now, Duncan, wrap it up on that particular one, man.
The investigation should be thorough.
Okay.
Makawo baby. Say my police CID, NI IMC to face this alone.
Okay.
Those even involved, you know, or my personalizing, no, it's nothing personal. Institution, any corporate setup. Things have gone wrong. If CID yes, Raomo, or Radampare, we will need you there. You should not sit unconcerned. These are economic and organized crimes. Because anybody going to mean swakebo. Now going to mean for fool.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Great. Robert, Bibi Abokodia. Right. Uncle Rob, what you entail?
When it are doing completely. Yet Ghana Hama 10.4 million Ghana cedis cable. Okobrani Asiako. Yes, I see near Juma. So you even when President Kufuor now coming down, Paul was working. I pay profit to Ghanaian public. If you say we might on some percentage. So that you get private individual over soon, do abwa. Ghana be BIA and rough. When President Nnawotwe was coming, I've voted for him twice because Namni says it's no nonsense. In these cases, everything is there. Somebody will go and steal banana, and they will be jailed 20 years. True. These people will be there. And then they'll be saying nonsense. My Ghana, Bibi Air Conetru. You be BIA JJ, Bibi Anna or Quasi Afubi the EFA. No, what do you call him?
Uncle Rob, Medasipi, too bad. For those words, Uncle Rob will to the extent that pain wasn't a pain. 0302 211 701 up to 4. Also, bet me afre Nafe. Abdul Basit, good morning.
Hello.
Abdul, good morning.
Good morning, Ofa. Nam to say.
Nyametiase, Mbacho Hemfa na Okasefi.
Me Kasafi Kumasi, me de Abdul Basit Zongopania.
Right, thank you.
Nedi Kama, Boma Basso near my farm with Dima Karamai. And the Tosuminu, Yamfa Asida, a man Yankupon said, one man another down Kakufado, be president of Ghana. Were ye energy minister, or yet the vibrant one, or yet very good, were ye interim team, umbehe torso. Ohe akata so mo so ne proye ne kan di akoso to. Tema oil refinery deserve better. But with this current team, with the leadership of the managing director owo to no die. Sani Abrante na sekano, energy minister ohe na interim team no on fa omunya board. Na managing director no so yen hye ne kena. No onya na adwuma ni yi se na be ya kro no ne kan di ne ebe so be ti wo Ghana. Se na be ya Ghana ye sika no na ebibia beto yi. Ene de otoso miensa a mepese meka ne se Yoko here, IGP here, any other investigative bodies ni na omon so na omon so omon wasa timu na omon fa no kore NAP na bibia nto ye na ye tuyi mechia honorable Kennedy Kankam honorable MCU
Abdul Basit me da se chia Kumase for memfa Nabonsu ewola Nabonsu good morning
Asempa
Nabonsu
mechia we buru number 2 want to say
Nyametiase asumdwe nka Nabonsu ye tie o
and council me da se pa wamcha union me the next organizer na B na one na trade minister na kodetire ma
Nabonsu yanto aso
kakra me kan se Asempa unyankopon hira mu biem na ton semo ekoso na media for the bia me kam so semu ni kwa oman enti omu ye oman green eye flakadam eyaza there is a time was up of omusa wumbiano yetimi kolon into book ye gani womo na ye de hia nka se abase ntino ena we fa na we dabi a wo se du mo wiase nyina hu sankofo na ye edi wo man na gu se sika afa onu minia etimi tutiri kuro etimi overhead was from a runabout na mo komo de gu mboto kana yete wiase ye finally asofo nya aba contain and young people who was at the moon, who declare. That's answer who knows so. No, my grand young queen. You see, what I'm saying, Michelle.
Nabonsu, Mesme da Sebebre, was 0302 211 701 and 0302 211 702 up to 4. What's your live was Sempa 94.7. I watch you medie. Aha, Adom TV. Medi the question Sempa. Yemfa Kofi Ewo Fanko Barrier. Kofi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Naja.
Yes, sir.
Na promote saying
Nyametiase Kofi.
Yeah, the Nyametiase. Nyame can say friend of my kufado MPP aban. Say ma onye rejani mu bia say we be free me party we be yesi on fa mranya juma na on punish obi bia twase punish no yam punish no na oman no say oman mu adane corrupt oman corruption gwa na atiatefi ba bibia e wa solid dem e wa ha obia ya na adwese wa mu ni yonko woni bi wan say o man na japade so ane ho nto no obaji wa kati ya kase no de de beboa wo man no so ama afoforo anya bi no so a mo se ye besan ase no enti on fa ne na nsi fom na onji wo man ni momuntum ensene so obehwe nipa anim na wadi obi mfom so ache no me da say nyame hira bye bye
Kofi Miss Medase Bebroy. Now Bernard my member say wrap here for final comment to all the workers on more toll.
Dear mechanic say eye adwumayefo mo to omunya ratio mu say the national union no ye ta omachi pintin wona uni bone na wona ode won sa akofore de egwo so won fore no ne emra no ani omu endi na afi so se ne minua akan no ye be pese IMC no ye mo meye the board no ne appoint managing director na omra no ma me head your friends refinery and afi so no eya na asem bi twere madwen so kakra se BDC se ne kofa fuel ba na omo de kwahye ba bi ti se to omo de kwahye ba bi ti se bust omo de kwahye ba bi ada ayi a ye si product na yira yehu nanso omo de call mo tanfa mo ho de a ene yenyira ɛno nso ɛyɛ adeɛ a wɔsɛ ɔman no yoko ni adeadeɛ no ɔmo mo ndi saa adeɛ wi akyi sɛ BDCs no nko a da bia ɔmo product yɛsɛ ɔmo product no atu ayira yɛmo di product bɛyɛ bia bɛyɛ 5 million aba bɛgu tɔ yɛhu baabi a product na fa adenti na da bia BDCs no nko a product deɛ etu yira ɛwɔ nkɔfoɔ tank farms mu but ɔmo tank farms mu deɛ entu nyira na deɛ mɛka ɛso atwa to ne sɛ customs product bia ni hɔ a obetimi afa ɛwɔ Ghana ha bia without the authorization of the customs or GRA or whatever. Into your investigation about the refinery workers in ade no the extended agencies na omo nso ka ho ayewe no ye extended investigation ye dey enko omo ho so refinery no eni ho a toll workers ye ni ho enti kwan bia as a national union ye be fa so a ye be make sure say refinery no e be gira ne na so na refinery no ayese ne etie dada na ye beto ye no ye be fa so na ye bo the minister of energy so abaso adwuma all ye no ye ni so ene se ne one union no etimi ehia edi nkita ho oba foforo na ye mu bi ye mu hyehye with his way but so far so good.
Right.
Yeah.
Bernardo Usimida said, Dan Kanamo, a final comment.
Opinion. To asem na ye kano sabi something of substance to us. At a point in time, toll alone was almost 5% of Ghana's GDP alone. And we've done it more of a drainer. Now, on your drainer, simply because refinery no, and sabi egu na bibi, but adwin bone for bi ewo ho. We are happy with the work of the IMC, Interim Management Committee, Ora no betanku. So, or shemo anope ya, ye mu bi de ye bona baso. On the team no. Say you fix it to at least 2% of Ghana's GDP there. Direct jobs are equity 800. Indirect jobs several thousands. But and then all those jobs are lost. TOR also needs a managing director immediately because administrative setup no ain't complete. And now person will to be crap for TOR. So how come they are making? The IMC may not have a certain spending authorization. Until near more a certain administrative setup a functional. Now you better investor say better on refinery so to an investor whose investment the nation can take a certain percentage of her. Mejidi say it will go a long way to help. Lastly, Bernard can the inefficiencies are a product in the era. Opinion say one CSA will fear abontinisi need yes or not in product na ba. What you have to move product you or the buy also 1 million liters no the buy. What sign is what the 1 million liters. What baso obeji the product I was say ayira. Ebeye ding, ebeye ka. Enti yen CSA ye fear no. So who CSA Mejidi say anybody coming from outside better cameras, better state of automatic tank gauging systems are fixing. Yenko jina tank so. And yet dipping. To tell say, oh, you're dipping and 2 million liters in the room. Now, and electronic systems abound. Obet me a fixibi. Keke, opresse ya, obet me a actual exact liters a good tank anymore. Obetro. And so you go so yet it's nyamano. And that is leading to some of these losses are here recorded. Yenshe ni NCSC at all. Ye the boss on so dear beba.
Matimida Servicia, Duncan Amoa, Executive Director, Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, now taking Canada, the Usu National Chairman, General Transport and Petroleum Workers Union of TUC, while joining a higher Adom TV. Now, watching Augustua, O'Shea, you be trying one by a bar. The issue of LGBTQI+, Ghana Mrashibigem, a day and a coso, and penny 4 ben or Makakota bill, Nature, why Musuna, a casa against the bill. Lawyer Kinsley joining me right after the break, and Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunifrimpo, former General Secretary, Christian Council, lecturer, KNUST, joining me. Medindi Kwesi Asempa. Good morning. Yeah, bye.
Tiriwi a wɔnom ɛde nkrata akɔto mmarahyɛbadwafie ɛfa anti-LGBTQI bill yi ɛho ebinom ɛyɛ mmaranimfoɔ professors nso ɛwom na wɔnom asɛnti a wɔde kɔɔyɛ ɛne sɛ ɛnsɛm ahodoɔ a ɛwɔ saa bill yi mu no ɛkame ayɛ sɛ etietia nipa fa ahodie so ɛwɔ man Ghana mu ɛno kora nso da nkyɛn a kabima menka bi amamuo no ɛyɛ ade a ɛkasetia onsɛmtwerɛfoɔ nhyia mu a wɔnom ɛyɛ ase ɛna professor Emerita Techiwa Menu ɛde to dwa sɛ ɛnsɛm a ɛwɔ bill yi mu sɛ mpanimfoɔ agyitu mu a ɛbɛbɔ aban ne ka na ɛno kora nso da nkyɛn a ɛmaa ne maa wɔpɛ sɛ wɔfa wɔn ho ne mɛma ne mɛma wɔpɛ sɛ wɔfa wɔn ho yi ɔnyɛ mmɔfra a obi bɛkyerɛ wɔn deɛ wɔnyɛ wɔyɛ mpanimfoɔ a obetumi afa wɔn ho adwene
ɛnneɛma ɛwɔ mu no so wɔn ka so wɔn yɛ ye chinkrofo akogu fiase ye yo mu se eye eka because obi koda prisoner ye hwe no ne ade enti emra ne nkyeresa ne ye no to nkyɛn a niema no mo pese wo mo ye no se sebe ebi no wo ho ma ne mema enya nkwala o ema wo mo anyini mema wo mo anyini wo mo de se de Nyankopɔn bɔ wo mo no wo nani nye oba ebe wo ye oba wa ni nye bema ho wo ye bema nso wa ni nye oba ho ye kase mo ye kase bia obi ye kodwo besia anase ema bi omu ye supi ohun ye ti krom ha no ye nyina ye nim nkrofo e wo ha omu ye supi omu ye kodwo besia omu na omu baabi omu me ha obi nso me ha no o meka ase chinchina awon so no jai waware no na be ye kodwo besia na bibisa ti ye wo wa no makofa mre ye aba asese no emra no chichirebo se wo ye ba tan kura na nim se wo ba ye sebe kodwo besia anaso wo ye supi na wo gene tena wo fie a wan ko kan kire prosifo a obi tumi do court ye betumi achewa tum fie no ti wo ye ba tan na wo ba so wo ye kodwo besia na bibisa ni ntino sensu oto anase komo de na wo ma wo ba ne ma wo fie so wo be ma na aduane adi ti de ye kan se ne ma ne pi emfo obi a ho
eno achi ena oru akotampa a wono nso eka wono mu a onsahye sankrate yase editu dwa se saa beyi etietia ye ka bima menka bi amamuo no eso no mo de ombeko atia no abrebia kosi se empanifo wo mrahye bedwafie ebegye atomu se eye nipa fa ahodie ena wono mu etietia so.
We are saying that the bill invades grievously our rights and freedoms. It has nothing to do with whether we like homosexuals or we don't like homosexuals. No, we will fight for it to be thrashed. What will happen depends on the passage of time. We'll see.
Tiriwi a wɔnom ɛde nkrata akɔto mmarahyɛbadwafie ɛfa anti-LGBTQI bill yi ɛho ebinom ɛyɛ mmaranimfoɔ professors nso ɛwom.
Access here now joining a high Adom TV. Now, what you do, Medina, Augustus, Oshe, Medina, Kwasia, Sempa, Sambre, Yabesha, the issue of LGBTQI+. And some no anything, Ghana for the Duana, no more day, Abano Atum. According to CDD research, almost about 97% of Ghanaians, Esi Debida, Adia Wenyadi, Betimiesi, Ewa Ghana has. So the other 3%, Adiana Omoka, and they constitute the minority. But almost so, the Omokano, we need to take it into consideration as of mine and as the Yenjana Trasa. That's about last week. And 15 revered kind of senior citizens of this nation at the memorandum, Ekoto Ghana Russia Bejimo Patra say the initial bill are Sam George and 7 other MPs. At the Ekoto Ghana Russia Bejimo, Mr. Speaker, say, let's indeed criminalize this whole issue of LGBTQI. Because after several consultations with chiefs and several Muslim clerics, and but lawyer Kotu Ampao and 14 others, Professor Odrigajibo, Professor Kwame Kakari, Dr. Kojo Asante, Professor Raymond Atuguba, and others, almost know this bill is against the human rights of LGBTQI people. But indeed, the issues Nankasat is saying, pretty shortly, I'll be joined in the studio by Reverend Dr. Kwame Opuni Frimpong, lecturer, KNUST, and of course, lawyer Kingsley, already joining me. It was Zoom. Lawyer Kingsley, what's the main cast? I'm doing Kawan Opay. Great. May get this a BB Aboko there. Right. Lawyer Kingsley, Janasuma may briefly, now after interviewer, member of parliament for Nigo Pram, Sam George, a grantee CNN, yentie the kind of a member also.
torture people in the name of curing homosexuality?
I was making the point that the individuals who decide to become transgender, who decide to change their sex from male to female, apart from undergoing surgery, also engage in hormonal treatment. Is that torture? Because I don't see how different hormonal treatment is from what you call conversion therapy.
Is not the same as conversion therapy. These are very, very different. This is a false equivalence you're making, sir.
No, what's the difference? I would need for you to
I am not a medical expert, but it's been by UN experts who look into this have considered conversion therapy as torture.
Expert, Larry, if you're not a medical expert, and I'm saying to you that we've spoken to the experts here in Ghana, and there is nothing different because conversion therapy is a hormonal treatment. And I'm saying to you that when individuals choose on their own volition to change their sex, they undergo hormonal treatment. Men go and take estrogen shots to be able to develop female features. And that's the same thing.
That is not the same thing. That is not the same thing. But I want to move away from that because you talked about the United States. You talked about the United States. This American organization held a conference in Accra in 2019. And shortly after, you introduced a bill with the same language, including family values. So you're influenced by a right-wing organization, which is considered one of the most hateful organizations exporting hate around the world. Is that correct?
It can't be farther away from the truth. Larry, I was never, myself and none of the 7 other colleagues of mine was at this conference. In fact, this conference came to my notice after the CNN's David Mackenzie asked me about it. I have had absolutely no contact with the World Council of Families. You describe them in the way in which you want to describe them. But we also have groups from the United States that are supporting LGBTQ rights, which is illegal in Ghana as we speak right now. Section 104 of our Criminal Offences Act makes it criminal. They're already trying to also influence Ghanaian stuff. This bill is in direct response. You say there was a conference here in 2019, a conference I'm unaware about. However, this bill is in, and I made a statement on the floor of the House in February, and my statement was clear. It was in response to the opening of an LGBTQ plus advocacy office in Ghana in January. That was supported by members of the diplomatic corps.
So you want to make it difficult for anybody to live an open, free life because of who they love in Ghana, and you want them to go to jail for 10 years. You're happy with that?
Well, you haven't read my bill. It's a misinformation to say that anybody who's found guilty of a homosexual have to go to jail for 10 years. That's a misconception you're peddling, and you should not do that.
They can go to jail up to 10 years. This is just one of the many penalties that is in the bill, sir, that you're encouraging Ghanaians to report anybody who is suspected of being LGBTQ. Is that correct?
Larry, I would advise that you put a job at what you're doing, okay? If you want to put a spin on a bill, right? This is my bill that I've passed before Parliament. I'm going to read to you Section 6.3 of the bill, or Clause 6.3 of the bill, or 6.2 of the bill. A person who commits an offense under paragraphs A, B, C, D, E, F, G of subsection 1, which is the section that lists all the offenses, commits a second-degree felony and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not less than 750 penalty units and not more than 5,000 penalty units, or to a term of imprisonment not less than 3 years or not more than 5 years, or both. So when you talk about 10 years imprisonment for persons engaged in homosexual activities, you are misleading the world, and that's unfortunate.
All right, so you think, okay, 10 years is too much, but 5 years is perfect.
Well, let me see, I'm a member of Parliament for Ningo Pram, Honorable Sam George. You know, the interview with CNN, and indeed, Oceanic Post Trainer, he was being emphatic and supported the bill on the 7 other members of Parliament. They got to Mr. Speaker. It's been very controversial because the whole world is talking about it. But Ghana, what is the next step? Initially, Mikacho said, Lawyer Kotoa Power and 14 revered personalities say what Ghana had indeed a counter, or be because a counter bill, which is memorandum before Mr. Speaker. Pentecost Church, so the other Muslim clerics, so in support of the initial bill. But Lawyer Kingsley Amwakobuedu, private legal practitioner, was joining me. Lawyer, I'm sure, sir, we shared that interview, Sam George with CNN. I'm sure, sir, we shared.
Mitia ahwefo nyina but me din ni lawyer Kingsley Amoakwa Boadu.
Okay,
not
great. Okay, great.
Amoakwa
Boadu. Thank you for the correction. And you know, we share the posture of Sam George as against the question being posed. What would you say about it?
Sam George's posture. No, you better not see if so on one of far on your lead member whatever sa Billy in Parliament. Na Osha unimun semi na wajon one you know the other two. Now the journalist from CNN no so has Osha or Swobia and Atimophobia wabwa officer sana Sam George Bill no eti amra Sam George Bill no emphasize na ode all can Sam George asen to ha omi no obi agna bibi ogina obi ambese obema kwan ma ne ba kono ede ebu afa no so na o hwa generally eba sa topic we are obi a ye emotional e obi bi ogina ebi si ye mpekra ebi so se ye nya hweyie ebi so ha omo ye se ye ya hweyie na ayese omo foa so and so we saw more say nya hweye na nipa okunenim du Nnawotwe Yi who be saw say na wo no ye bia na omo ntimi yiwa no and now we say omo gina Sam George afaso a omo ye so emotional about it say na akọ say nyamesem asori sema na say Islam sema na and so sha ni nyina na gina constitution so
right
your constitution e kire na ya chirem so ye na fe maybe obi fide ba no na dia be account ni ahebe se be ehimfa pa na yen Ghana for year na se kwese obi agina maybe ojan he papa ya no was in an interview na on say already there's a narrative say a cultural imperialism which I said do be etini baby a all your western world no and a person a partner a man saying na we are seeing na obi agitu and so shall krobia on it what mean fa odia would say America na would say Kenya na would say South Africa na fa Ghana and say Ghana for anya sadia yenya advance and I say yenya liberal ye can't go fashion and I see it to me say Bruni di benefit Bruni di kabia dia what dia no because Bruni na deba so until hold on was say ye was see tie empanyfo 18 asema o mo ka no ne see tie ye see ka ne say I Ghana for who has analysis be about nipa 97% 93% say yempe LGBT no na de achiri bia yempe o Ghana and I hear about 70 years yen say city na enya ade a yaji atumu ha so na I say enkrofo na omo yes omo koye office to advocate for any asem no omo ba be propagate sa gays and no lesbianism sem and akoma we nyina aba
right
and akoma bill ne ba so it bill no I say ebisia no say the be ya omo propagate the idea of LGBTQIA nyama bebre keka no
but lawyer boy with some education kakra and say ya call the obibeka se counter bill and a memorandum e call with bill Sam George Modekoma Mr. Speaker no my highlight kakra exactly what is their point.
Okay, so tie time Sam George kasa on CNN for kasa na or say the bill is in response to the advocacy of LGBT, which means that LGBT ne what da in fact we share about some what da bubian wa odisi ni boso say me ba Ghana na ma ya ma abegina wo Ghana and so spend kofu we ebe your mudi na if you have foreign entities foreign embassies so e buy any obegina ya na say ye fo am so na if you go another person so e the omo flag akosi omo yi so and ma bill we know promotion omo language na omo say the Bruni said the preamble especially idea adequacy idea we ba no say an act to provide for proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values prescribe in the LGBTQI+ and related activities, prescribe propagation. So on the case, I say, we propagate. Now we can't say, and I have, who can say maybe, you can't say a day sexual education, primary school, and COVID studies tonight. A honor so now, I say, a considerable in the Western world, or the Nadi bread. Yeah, they share Korana, say the bear, Umbino, Umu, be a bonnet, LGBT, and I'm watching Kuma, and a best in court. And I feel we are going to be office. So, we share almost preamble now. BBI said, yes, you be home crying, yes, you be home crying, yeah, nothing here provide support for. All the Kakan and also provide the protection for and support for children, persons who are victims of and or accused of.
Right.
Which means we crowd so could you be or supposed or no so say a bon by or a crown the honor name. And 18 the no more case research I'm so honor akuboma say and go for no because they only nipa so de yet me case ubi akota baby who say e mema me ni bi she baby ya de na me ni bi share ya de na atwoma nipa bi abego omanumas na fi ya bro mo na baby yet me manasa.
Right.
So
okay.
It e what say you protect you.
Right.
Now fi almost say yen sha adi almost say interpretation partner almost the Ghanaian values. You say preamble now almost here enforce Ghanaian values. Now Ghanaian values interpretation almost say it includes, which is it's not restricted to, it includes respect for the sanctity of marriage as a lifelong relationship between man and woman. I can of trouble labor.
Okay.
Because almost it's between man and woman. Now if we share gender. Gender means a binary sex categories of male and female assigned at birth, which means that you will not be able to work Bema now. On Saturday now to move away or back and also or Bema.
Right.
So now, a back family, no, say our year Bema or back or Macom or book. Nafi almost now almost what it in Quaranafi and you know here.
Right.
So now. Utie nipa 18 na utie omo projected LGBT 5Q+ ni A ni I ni sa nyama na eto aso na o mbe so omo kire se nipa no ye gender na nye nyenu pe ye gender no ebesima ye bema ebesima ye oba ebesima ye bibi na sa anu kra omo timi nkiri papa ebesima so aye so ye wo no oba so no ahwa ye obema obisma o se ya so yo be ma be ono ahia yo ba obitnya na bibri ibi kra che se afede ye nipa hodo bi mu be 13 ibi so kra che se doso so inti eno no hwe omo ka nipa 18 omo ta obachi na onko ya argument se nipa na ye ni nipa na fi na Bruni said the plot is thickening na say afi asi ye hunum na ye bibri because one of the could never be technical argument.
Right.
Technical argument, yeah. Now Fiaka said you're more right. So James Otisa.
Right. But Lawyer Kingsley, maybe sir, what's your personal position on this matter?
My personal the beer and ye Africans and ye Ghanaians. You me identify who say ye Africa for to begin with. And I say ye Ghanaian. Na ye no before say broni beba no na ye wo ye say de ye nyema wo hwe me hye fugu a me de me ya to mensa ye Africa for ana me ka ye krom kasa ye Africa for metimi akotena ba bi asua de na ma ka brofo in fact me kokko say me koye me argument a me fa me krom kasa me de brofo ne kasa interpreter wo ha obi nti brofo na obechire mama court obi atiase me hye broni me ko broni kire me hye me suit bebo me babe meshe me week na adima kujina ho na me because me kosia no na me de ba be ye aduma ene ye mra na kire se ene na ye fa ye aduma bibi e bema ya africaners ejina mu me fo aso bibi a ye kofa wa amononia eno so eboan ye no so me fo aso na mo bibi a ye kofa free ba bi aba kire se ye de no bɔne no ayɛ saa ɔmo mma yɛn aid anaasɛ wiase nyinaa bɛka yɛn no ɛno deɛ baabi yɛmfoa so nti yɛka sɛ yɛn Ghanaians yɛ way of living ɛni a ɛne ɛnɛ yɛ way of living yɛ ma obi a mma sɛ ɔba abɛkyingyi ɔba abɛsesa yɛdeɛ no ɛfiri sɛ ɔno ne n'adwene mu no yɛdeɛ no nyɛ papa ayɛ sɛ mekɔ baabi te sɛ Canada na medu Canada no ekuo bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo no ɔmo yɛ biribi yɛfrɛ no polyandry no kyerɛ sɛ ɔbaa no obetumi aware mmarima mmienu na mamrɛ no for thousands of years saa na ɔmo abɔ ɔmo bra mentumi nkɔgyina anka sɛ mo polyandry no ɛnyɛ papa nti mebɛsesa na mede naba
right
so I want to be myself almost say as a relic of colonialism there be doni maya no na yɛngye ntu sɛ nipa nyinaa so bɛka sɛ okay sisi yɛbɛgye atuma nipa nyinaa na aka
right
sɛ bi wɔ saa na mo obi ma mmɛsesa yɛadwe na afei so yɛkasa so a yɛntie ɔmo sɛ yɛnyɛ anyɛ yie because yɛnyɛ yɛ nipa yɛntumi nka sɛ okay wo dream say say wo be bo bra no wo so wo be ye kujo besia nti sa dia wo nka nipa ho because emra no say yem protect nipa
right lawyer me that say point well made
yeah engineer ha na we nkujina na afi ye nya middle ground na afi abeye explosive situation
lawyer me that say bebre asom dwen kan lawyer Amwakwa Boadu a private legal practitioner and what's in kan Vazum yeah that's a lawyer so I join here summary Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunifrimpong are joining me in the studio. Yen come back now for yen share that interview Sam George with CNN. Yeah, babaka Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunifrimpong.
You talked about the United States. This American organization held a conference in Accra in 2019, and shortly after, you introduced a bill with the same language, including family values. So you're influenced by a right-wing organization, which is considered one of the most hateful organizations exporting hate around the world. Is that correct?
It can't be farther away from the truth. Larry, I was never, myself and none of the 7 other colleagues of mine was at this conference. In fact, this conference came to my notice after the CNN's David McKenzie asked me about it. I have had absolutely no contact with the World Council of Families. You describe them in the way in which you want to describe them. But we also have groups from the United States that are supporting LGBTQ rights, which is illegal in Ghana as we speak right now. Section 104 of our Criminal Offences Act makes it criminal. They're already trying to also influence Ghanaian stuff. This bill is in direct response. You say there was a conference here in 2019, a conference I'm unaware about. However, this bill is in, and I made a statement on the floor of the House in February, and my statement was clear. It was in response to the opening of an LGBTQ+ advocacy office in Ghana in January. That was supported by members of the diplomatic corps.
So you want to make it...
welcome back. Honorable Sam George, Member of Parliament, Ningo Pram, indeed, on it, other 7 members of Parliament, and on the private bill, no comment, Mr. Speaker. There have been counter bills or memoranda. Now, in Nnawotwe Yi, Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opunifrimpong, former General Secretary, Christian Council, lecturer, KNUST, Doc, me mwakwaba, bibi ya bokodi.
Nya mejo so na me chia ya hwefo nyina so.
Me jidi se kuma se bokodi.
Nya me adom okrai.
The body ase. Enti doc, we monitor debate na as a nation. If I was here.
You ma me ni kan na mo ase. Na menka say yewura Speaker of Parliament ne ye MPs ene enuanom MPs sponsor bill yi. Wo mo nhwe wo mo animu ten, they should stay focused. Na wo mo ma obi din and now obi title they should not be intimidated by personalities and titles. They are actually responding to a national cry. Adiana omo ye no e wom so omo na e de call parliament bill no na emu ma Ghana fo sum na nanom ahemfo enna e fresh aware fon no say yentimi nyintum nkramofo chief imam ogina ho madom omo kan say sa aware na ejit fra ya aware mu a enye yie asofo Roman for Christian Council Pentecostals any mpanifo bebre former president Professor Mills ono so a professor or a lawyer okay be Professor Michael Quay yes Speaker of Parliament ono so a professor or ono so mbranim ni kese ono so se sa de fry mbramu a enye President Kufuor Akabi current Speaker of Parliament Akabi President Mahama Akabi yewra otie adwa so say enso so nanado enso Akabi eye no na eduru mere bi no na yen a ye ka bi nyina asama ko gyina se mom ye mfa ya no nko anka na mom ye mfa mmra enta akiri ti ne anuanom ye ya ne se otie sa Ghana fo asem no ena wo mo hihye emra enti ade na mo ye na Ghana fo su se wo bisame se yenti asem yi sen a mi mo me gidi se ne a eye ne se ye hihye mmra yen hye obi enka obi kasabo anhye ne enti senia eduru bi omo gazette ade na ese obi anfa nadwen emra aha eno na sese ye no nti parliament tietie obi adwen ade no kra ye ne kwan no ware papa kosisi ebe wie we ya yin be kwa to president anim no enye nene o kena asem so nanso so ye no yenti obi adwen mimum da bia mesusu se mpanifo bi so mo ye professor for say lawyer say retraction say yamwade no ntungu no de me jidi say we should ignore them. Parliament should ignore them.
We should ignore all.
Yes, that idea say yen retract because all retract ubogua. Nature say ya sabe jina ya chi. You create vacuum. Say ye can LGBT seminar. Say me say me yosofo. Me kwa sorry na me can't. Me I need something to guide me apart from Bible no. Me here o me mrabia. LGBT senior me nu ya na ne ka say obi ye oba no so ye bema. Ne ye ko washroom. No bema wura ma ade na ye gina so say ha de obekọ ha ye ma onko mmara bi ani krom ha te sa nti se ne pani bi be ka kire se sabi o ye professor o ye lawyer nti nadwin ni se ade na yen retract ye montontwene a wa amwa yen they are undermining sanctity of marriage and family values if they talk like that they are misleading us but ya me person metene se bi obi say cross way ano o hyedodo
right
nti mun sesem we any a constitution inconsistency bi wo mu ene no ensisi so yie nti mum ye nhwe ha yie so then there omo ya cross by cross say obi di na dwen ba say punishment amode ma no emu odududo wo de tutu we hu a emu oya saa no ma na se pa ne pa menua ti ye mmade ni nyina ntungu ne de ense say ye sa
right
na emu ase ye hyehyɛ na ye hyehyɛ ma eboa obi anti obi asem na ye montungu ne de me nyini say
but Rev, don't you think sir as on my emraso akasa fa de we ho at least I was here to me respected the right of these people near jomutum and we move forward
eno ne asema ye kan ye se etiasio se entiasio enye ade no simple normally bebre kan mo kan gay ho no nko amema sabio ne mema no starting no sa na enim kodwo besi ade ya na enim so LG brofu bebre you know lesbians gay bisexual no wo fa obema san fa oba transgender no
queer
ya ko ya do obi ko school or presec ayenim so ye bema ono sori oso ye oba nti emfa no nko hia bri girls sabi oni bema nso ense sign nti bema no se emfa no nko bri girls no se ne right na bri girls maria no mu go ho no mu de mu ni right ye tumrika bema akomada ni musi ema nko ne mma entumrika efise afedi oyoba okoni mma ni tumrika no wadi first emma no no mu tumrika nti sabi omu de omu ni right na no ya US obi ye cake mema mi no abegina so onye cake no mo ekoye wedo ase mintimi nye cake ma mema aware ya jeli no emma mi no koto flowers yese ye nya ma omo ya jeli no se uko airport ura washroom nka ade bi boy nim se ha ye ma ha ye mema obi se me ye bema enso mi hu me hu se me ye oba enti ma no ho no mo ho anu aba wura ho enti ma na ho no mu ni right so afa society wo ya wo watu abusuam ye pese ya setre ye pe ye nananom ye pe ya dehye nti me ba be ka kira me se ono wo right se ono de sabio ye ma no ware bema nti abusuam no wo dem no efie na bata na e wo no nti e de titisi so kwa yeso nti ye ni right. So as we respect their right, there are other people, the collective right of society must also be respected. Enti nia mrana adofidia koto hono. Sebi Ghana heche arm robber cry se mfa no ma police for. Enti sa na se hye ne se so obi ye nipa na de oso ya aboa. Ana na Ghana ha sebi o bema bi ese ne baba ho ye ne fe ope no no ofa no incest. Ada no de heche no ono oni right. Bema bi se sebi o ponchi eho ya na kono odwan ho ne ya na kono ne moa beda ade na krom ayechi no ono de oni rights one ponche de da ade na bayo bi gina kwan so ya prostitute police for kwache no ono ano de no ho wa mo dwaman asabi onidi onye sika hwe ne ma ono no de wo kwache no nanso ni nyina ya yemra eno na ya kasa sa LGBT abrabo no kuye na wo mu ni se odwene ho a wonti ase se nipa da sani a ya wo no ono da sori osemi hu sa me ye kraman me wo ba hwe no 25 years osemi sori a me hu sa me ye kraman me hu sa me ye kra na wo ko shopping mall na de ahoma to ni sisi no owe afom ye we na o sinti yen wo shopping mall ho no ono so ye kraman na ye de etie sisi so no ye hu kraman ye nti ye hu minua tu nam na hu kraman hu se we ye kraman na hu nipa kraman so hu enti se ka se yen respect right and that's why some are arguing say this is a moral issue it's not a human right issue because your human right your name be a human behavior na name be inhuman behavior but ni nyina nko wie say mama parliament kwan na ohihye bibin guide anya so baako for me sorry ye me na menya kwa betena ha nipa bebre nya kwa metena ha yentimi mfa me nko ama sem no nkyekere Ghana ha nti wutie mi a ese wutene na wutie mi dofo ese wutie obi foforo parliament na betuma yesa adwuma na so bi ka kire sa ade a parliament ye no yemongu di a yesre na nanmo ahemfo in fact doma hene kasa na nanmo ahemfo no nkasa nkramofo mpanifo nkasa kristofo nkasa MPP fo mpanifo bi nkasa NDC fo mpanifo nkasa media fo de mo kasa dada obi a nkasa ye hia mra na akire ye nyina akwan ye montungu ni de enye.
There were 15 revered men and women in this society. Omo ye yembontungu, omo the memorandum akọ. Minji this almost sorry prekope e decide si yenye say. Definitely, omo dwen ho, omo hwede ekoso nyina etie conversation ekoso wo man sana. Omo the memorandum yi kọ. Enti ade na dwen say was omo the end.
Omo nye nipa titru bebre kra ye menamfofo bebre kirem ade. Me I'm feeling I do University of Ghana. Ebi ya me teacher for civil society groups bebre ho a medjuma say mrebi atwam Christian Council General Secretary any say me wo ko bi amedan no Alliance for Christian Advocacy. Wo mu bebre there are civil society groups. I serve on boards and other things with them. Menso Adumara kwa me host TV program with GTV. Some I have even hosted them one-on-one send ya only I don't only know them. Some of the bell I know some of them one-on-one is here hage ye ho eda but tie LGBT ade na ebaso no even European Union Court ashishe mra ama European Union sesia Poland ashishe mra journalist bi kasetia na no ko Britain oduru airport ya dinner and entry yes one sanko because wakoka LGBT asem journalist ania wo ye ya no wahu seni wi ase kono krobia hihye ne mra because emiemia sa LGBT nipa term achine enya Ghana professor for ni lawyer for ya wokan country bi okro mampani no emu obosa abra ne bi na no America for year election Democrat no candidate ni baako oye bi I think is now one of the secretaries enti sika term dos na enya even legislation kwa eniema 4 yen eniema 9 na yedi gira sa de na no legislation ye 1 education ye 1 ye 2 counseling any support and afem paibo nti kra legislation no nyese ye wo mra wie no wan kire nipa no a ye hute nti mra no akra ba wie a asem ne ye nkanwie na onwe wo mu no a ehia mmoa no esi enya omo ho se say a centers bebro nipa akọ so omo nimu a nipa akọ ebi bo pampas omo to so nipa a omo ayesa de ni bi no bi kọ Ghana ha se say a omo province nti wadwuma de esumi ntumi nka hwe ye pon a wo pa bisa me kire ba bi ebi wa nipa wo ho se say a ye bo awo na fe ye ahotefo Christopher no so de mpa ya ka na se legislation keke kura no na wo be ka se wo ye professor wo ye lawyer na no obi ka se papa ba ko ye president lawyer nti wa kan bi de o kan president adwe so no or ye private person enya president nko na fa no lawyer other people so fa no lawyer me nyi ni sa adwen a o ka no a president adwi because president na dika ka na adwen a kire say mpedodo a odi o man isu no saa de na maso ne emaso kire nti so obi ye ne lawyer na o ka na adwen a wontwim nkoma president ya mpamo ye mpanifo ka so o ka asam a yetie na asam o ka we ni de wo mo de yan kosum baby
my reverend Omampani one of the interviews Oka said it is because there have not been enough pressure from civil society ne other members into ISA But maybe in future, don't you think say pressure na na?
But adie hwe sabio wahu. Miti esi hwe nyansa nim kura me hu dokono ahye a. Megimi me hia pressure. Ansa me hu se dokono we ahye. Say yampa. Ana hu dokono, nti hu dokono ahye hu. Nti e won say president say pressure ba. But sem bi o ho nso so a ye hia pressure dokono ahye. But se no nti ena lawyer for ni judge for bi so mo ye pressure no a. But me hu hia say ye hia say ye boy ma ho ban. We your bad time. Me nua. Nti se wuti ho ya na wa wo na wa hwe wo ba. Na da bi adu. Na wa ye dwapade kakra na wo pe setitru mfie nkonwa adehye ayina. Ni epema wo ni enya yi adehye bi de ye chi agya omdachi ye wuko a na mema mienu abegyina ho mo be ye del se ye be ware. Na ma yo mienu abegyina ho se ye be den ni ye wi ya adopt ya kosre obi a wa wo se ye beje ne ba. Ya ko ye surrogate ya be fefefefe ho atwe wo sperms na ye de akomo obi se onwoma ye. Ti we ye sem we de ye hia pressure. But the pressure no mu hia de a ene nkramofu a waga na ha nyina ma wo mo pressure. Doma hene ne ahemfu no asore no wo mo ma wo mo pressure. Pentecostals ne ma wo mo pressure. Ene Christian Council, Catholic Bishop, se pressure nko aba me de nka me ni se ye hia pressure because dokono ahye.
Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opuni Frimpong, but your camera name, Nene Ghana's Parliament in Kasa, Ghana for Jiran Kasaba.
Midin de Kwabena Opuni Frimpong. Maybe a chairman me a Christian Council of Ghana General Secretary. Krom Hayeteno. Niese ye hu ene se. Ade ayi obi fie yie no. Esai obi fie. Asem no ne se ampa brofotintin bia ba wi ase LGBTQ+ ne kro ne ba. Kan poni ani animu ani kwadwo besia ne sabi obema efa bema se nye honko anasem no wo transgender na yese nipa ya wo no bema no ono da sori a otumi ka se menye bema bio me yoba na ono ka kira me se ni human right mimi nyintum se onye bema no yoba ne kro ne ba. Ghana mpanifo no mumie mpreso se democracy ne frɛ no representative democracy. E wo say MPP ni NDC na sponsor amo ba mu gira ho ma constituency dom no na se mu betie Ghana fo su a mu ntie ahemfo mu ntie ohin bia mu nkodom ahinkro enkotie ose ade ye agemambedu mu ntie chief imam mu ntie Christian Council mu ntie Ghana Pentecostal Council enye preaching ye preaching. We are talking about tradition, we are talking about values. Ye kanya na nan mu die agyaye na monhwɛ mo ani mo stay focused. You should never be intimidated by titles, personalities, and whatever. Nemo munya ni ebema Ghana for ekoma toye yem amra. Right. Ye boda chi ho ban. Obi anyere no ho.
Reverend Medasibe Brain, for Reverend Dr. Kwabena Opuni Frimpong, former General Secretary, Christian Council, lecturer, KNUST. Ebusia for Medin Ede Kwesia Sempa. Ansani Ebekon, a special happy birthday and come Naomi Ajua Reko, we if your case and the entire family, almost on common favor, blessings, and Ubeni Achepa, and of course, almost say we love you so much. Yenda Massimo Amutio Asempa 94.7, Afe Moshe, Adom TV, Nnawotwe Yi. Once again, in the question Asempa, Sedan Koma camera crew, Welbeck and Pedu, senior producer, and of course, all other more helping. Good morning, enjoy your weekend.